Bulldog Baseball is brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car, the Music City Star, Southeast Impressions, Signs Now, THW Insurance, Coca-Cola, Jersey Mike's, Petty Orthopedics, Family Medical, Chick-fil-A, and Cumberland University. And now, here's the voice of Bulldog Baseball, Mitch Walters.
Well, Billy Goodman back at the station, JoJo Freeman, and yours truly, Mitch Walters, would like to welcome everyone to Lewiston, Idaho, and the 2014 NAIA Vista World Series. Game number 8 here between the number 2 team in the country, the Lewis-Clark State College Ball Club, and your Cumberland University Bulldogs. Action today, folks. Sutter Poly defeated Georgetown by a score of 5-4. Georgetown has been eliminated. Georgia Gwinnett defeated the Bulldogs' opponent from last evening, San Diego Christian, by a score of 6-4. And San Diego Christian has been eliminated. And then in the winner's bracket ball game, the ball game right before this ball game, Oklahoma Baptist, the number 1 team in the country, Bobby Cox's ball club, defeated Tabor, Kansas by a score of 3-1. JoJo?
A couple of close games early, especially that Georgetown Southern Poly game was a very heated contest. Southern Poly head coach got tossed in that game after a play at the plate. Southern Poly able to pull it out, though, and then Georgia Gwinnett took an early lead and beat San Diego Christian, and then Tabor just wasn't able to do very much with that big right-hander from Oklahoma Baptist. I don't know how many strikeouts he ended up with. I know he had 10 at one point. He ended up with 14. I was going to say 14 or 15, and Oklahoma Baptist scratched across some runs. The kids from Tabor did a real good job on the mound, too, but they scratched across enough runs to get the 3-1 win.
Yeah, that was Julian Merriweather, who JoJo was talking about with the strikeouts, puts his record at 12-2. But field's being prepared down below us. Bulldogs out in right field, getting loose. Lewis Clark down the third baseline, and out in left field, getting loose here as we prepare for this ball game. Back at the station, let's take a 1-minute break, and we will be back with the Woody Hunt pregame show.
Enterprise Rent-A-Car is the company with a wrapped car, which means you get the best rental package around. With weekend specials available, Enterprise is the perfect choice for that trip to the ball game or that getaway with a family. Not only will they set you up with a great rental vehicle at a great price, but they'll also make life easier by picking you up. Before you get away, get on the phone and call Enterprise Rent-A-Car at 1-800-RENT-A-CAR. Enterprise Rent-A-Car on the bypass in Lebanon.
Serving Wilson County since 2006, the Music City Star is Middle Tennessee's only passenger rail service. With stops in Lebanon, Martha, and Mount Juliet, the Music City Star can get you to work in the mornings and home in the afternoons without the stress. The train also has an evening trip on Fridays for those who want to enjoy downtown Nashville's restaurants and entertainment venues. For ticket and schedule information, visit musiccitystar.org or call 862-5950. The Music City Star. There is no traffic on the train.
Baseball coach, great way to get started last night in the win over Christian. Guys came out and 3 straight hits there to get a couple runs on the board, and had to take a little bit of attention out of your team.
Well, it really was a big help. We were a little tight, and both teams were. And when you get those hits in the first inning and you get a big 2 runs, and you were scoring a wild pitch, it just made us relax just a little bit more. We had a tough game ahead, but we were able to just play good offense through the whole game, and we beat a very good pitcher.
Brady's 2-run double in the second, too, just added to it, and I thought that was a big thing, too. We continue to add to the lead as the game wore on. We put crooked numbers up there in 4 different innings.
Well, they gained confidence every inning, when we knew we could score after the first inning, and when you were going against a good pitcher and the guys was locked in and did a good job of scoring runs early, and that gave, Jake a little bit of breathing room, and, he wasn't afraid of making mistakes all the time, so it was just a great day for us. And That's a different day, however. We got to play hard and play good and hope to get this win.
Yeah, Collier couldn't have asked for anything more with the early runs. As a pitcher, it just gives you the confidence to attack the zone and not nibble around the plate.
Yeah, he was able to relax and not have to be perfect with every pitch. And he pitched well, and he pitched out a couple jams, and we had made a couple plays for him. I thought Sam's play with the ball from the middle was outstanding, and then the play that Jesper made in the center field when he slipped was outstanding. So those two defensive plays allowed us to shorten the inning and really end the inning with that catch by Justin. So, Jake did well. He threw well, and I hope we can get back to him.
Kyle Anderson had another good game too, Coach. 3 hits down there in the 7 hole, and just providing. He had an RBI double there in the 8th inning.
Yeah, he swung the bat good yesterday, and so did Richie. So I'm glad that those two guys are swinging. We need Bob Order production, and those guys are important for our production, and hope they can continue. They got some confidence now, so that's a key for them.
Today we go against the whole school. See Anthony Gomez on the mound.
Yeah, Anthony's going to throw, and he's ready to go, and we'll use who we have to get through this game. And we know it's going to be a tough matchup for us, but we're playing pretty good, so we'll take our chances with anybody right now. And if Anthony's on, we think we have a chance to win.
With an off day tomorrow, does that change the way you use the pitching staff a little bit? Maybe guys that anybody that you have to bring out of the bullpen.
Yeah, it does have to stay out there. We're going to use who we have to, and the guys just have to suck it up Monday and Tuesday if we're here. Monday, but Tuesday. So, yeah, we'll use the bullpen, whoever we have to use, to be honest with you, and we got to get through this game somehow.
Do you say anything to the guys about the atmosphere that you anticipate for tonight's game and probably a pretty full house?
Yeah, I told them it's going to be a full house and a very loud and very fun environment. I told them to enjoy it because this may be the most fun night they've ever had up to this point, and it's going to be full and loud. We know that for sure, and we'll just enjoy the moment and see what happens. And this is a great baseball town, a great World Series, and tonight's going to be one of those special nights for our program.
Do you recollect on playing Lewis Clark the last time you played Lewis Clark, which was 8 years ago? So it doesn't seem like that long probably to you, but it was 2006.
Never forget about that game. And the guys who play on that team, it's not been painful, but it's been something we think about all the time, and because we had that game won.
Just how close you were.
Yeah, we were so close, one pitch away, and we had to go to extra innings, and we lost, and it was probably the most heartbreaking I've ever seen a team, and for everybody involved that night, because we had the game won, and that was 2006, and it was a great night for both teams, and they happened to come out winning, and it was a great crowd, just a great atmosphere, and I expect some of the same things tonight.
Well, let's hope we come out with the better end tonight, Coach. We'll talk to you after the game.
Okay, thank you.
Tonight, we'll keep it here for a few minutes because I need to talk to Miss Irma and Scott. Miss Irma, I could have used you this morning at Waffles and More. I needed you to tell your husband to shut up. As Woody and I were in Waffles and More, where we've been going for years since we came out here, we've gotten to know the waitresses there and just great people and just support this tournament and this event so much. But the young lady who was waiting on us was probably about 20, 22 years old and came up to Woody's and my table. And Woody's notorious for harassing waitresses.
Amen on that one.
Yes. And Woody didn't even let the young lady get out of her mouth, would you like some coffee? And he looks at the young lady, and she had on a Lewis Clark baseball T-shirt. And the first thing out of his mouth, Miss Irma, Scott, was, would you take your T-shirt off for me? And I looked at the girl, and the girl looked at Woody like, who is this guy? And then Woody realized what he had said and kind of got his words tangled. He was sidestepping Irma and backtracking. But anyway, we got out of there. The meal was great. I had no after effects from the meal, so the young lady did not poison us. And but anyway, Miss Irma, give him the devil when you talk to him. Back at the station, let's take a 2-minute break, and we will be back with tonight's starting lineup for your Cumberland University Bulldogs.
Got a sports team? Need team apparel? Southeast Impressions is the place to go. Southeast Impressions can put your team logo on t-shirts.